Hello guys. So today I wanted to make a video related to data science, machine learning, AI. I get a lot of questions from people asking some very important questions when I also used to ask them in my early stages of career. So the biggest question that I get from a lot of people is they want to transition into the field of AI and data science, but they somehow feel confused on whether they should do a master's degree, a PhD, or some kind of a higher degree to get into this field. So now I myself have done a master's degree in AI, but with some years of experience, I have noticed that it is not required to do a master's degree in AI because I've worked in organizations where people with just bachelor's degree were being recruited with the same pay scale and every benefit similar to people in masters, and they were also pretty good at it, and they were also working at par with all the technologies that a person with masters will work on in the organization, specifically to the context of AI. So after doing a masters and working in some organizations, I was able to realize that this field does not require any master's degree, any PhD. It just requires hands-on experience on Python and data science and concepts related to data science. So nobody would believe, obviously, just by somebody saying this. So I'll show you a proof of, is masters required to work in the field of AI. In specifically, I'm talking in context of India for starters. So, for example, if a person has done his or her bachelor's in computer science, mechanical engineering, or MCA, even BCA, all of these, right? Or they have a degree in statistics, maths, BSc mathematics. So everybody can transition into analytics without doing any specific degree related to that. Now it's a person's choice if they want to do a degree or not. Now, if you can search or learn data science from few websites, YouTube, or maybe short courses of 2 3 months, it's very good, because it will save a lot of time and money. And then now, once you have done all of this and you have made some projects on your own, how do you apply to jobs as a fresher in AI? I'll answer that, and I'll also come to the first question, showing you proof of, is degree, a master's degree is required to work in the field of data science or not, specifically in the context of India, because I am from India and I started my career there only. So there's a very popular website called Naukri.com in India. So one thing about India is that people use Naukri.com more than LinkedIn. So you should have a profile in Naukri.com, and I'll show you a proof of whether a master's degree is required or not to work in the field of AI, specifically in India, right? So I go on Google and I just write Naukri.com, and here you can put the skills. So the skills is like the position that you're applying for. So basically a person in AI would apply for either data scientist or machine learning engineer or data analyst. So I'll just put machine, you can put a lot of fields together, so I'll put this machine learning, data science, data scientist, and I'll specifically select fresher. So you can see a column thing stating fresher, so which means less than a year, right? So apply that, and then you do not put any location and you just search, right? So it says 219 openings, right? And 219 openings. So for example, if you open this one, the first one, so if you go there and you see, so they have requirements given, right? They do not give any importance to any postgraduate degree, and it's written in the post, right? So post graduation not required any graduate. You should have knowledge of things that everybody wants, right? This is one of the examples. If we go to some others, right? So for example, this junior data analyst. So data analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineer are all the same. So this one also has, just the requirements, bachelor's degree, just bachelor's degree, right? Just bachelor's degree or related experience, nothing else. If we go to some other random post, so data scientist contract. So for example, this one. We go there. The salary is also pretty good. It goes till 7 lakhs, which is very good for a fresher in India. Now they have given either you have PG or you have UG, but they are considering all the fields, right? UG. If you have PG, then PG in this. If you have UG, UG in this, right? So they have given typically all the degrees that you can have or not have. So it's a big range. And the only thing that is has to be kept in mind is these things that they give as a job description. Now, some people don't get calls from Naukri.com after applying to a lot of jobs in Naukri.com. It's because of two factors. They do not apply to jobs that state 0 to, if they are 2 years experience, they do not as a fresher apply. But I'll tell you from experience that you can apply if you're fresher to jobs till 2 years experience. And a lot of times you'll get calls from them because there are tons of openings. And I think India is the only country in the world that has so many openings for data science, even freshers, experienced people, everybody. And the salary packages are very good. Now, the second thing is there is one thing that has to be kept in mind in Naukri.com while applying to jobs as a fresher just with a bachelor's degree. And it's essentially for everybody who's applying for jobs in Naukri.com. It's that you have, it is the thing is you have to apply early morning because recruiters see your resume early morning. So from 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And you need to constantly update your profile in the sense that you have to go to your description or whatever field you have filled in your profile and just delete something and edit it again and then save it so it updates and gets in the higher priority of ranking. So you'll start getting calls with these two tricks: apply early morning and then um, keep updating your profile and start applying to every fresher job that is available, and up to 2 years experience you can apply to any of the jobs. Now, there has to be some, skills in your resume that will give you a job interview. So if you just a fresher and you don't have a master's degree, so obviously you do not have something to showcase in your resume as a data scientist, right? So what you have to do in order to do that is, I've already shown you proof that they require skills, companies require skills and not a degree compulsorily. So what you need to have in order to have those skills is Python knowledge that you can acquire from Google. You can search from YouTube videos and all of that. The second is machine learning and data science concepts. And the third is few projects that you have done and upload that those projects in data science that you have done to a website called uh, Kaggle, which is a very famous website for machine learning engineers. So you do some freelance, hobby projects, and then put it on Kaggle, and then put the link of this in your resume. So if you have done these three things, you'll start getting calls from Naukri.com. The fourth thing which you can get, if possible, is an internship. It can be paid or it can be unpaid in the organization. While doing that unpaid or paid internship, you can start applying for fresher jobs on Naukri.com, right? Now, coming to the second question that I get a lot of times is, uh, with few years of experience, maybe 1 year or 6 months or 1+ years of experience, can we get a job in abroad, right? So essentially, I already told you, master's degree is not required anywhere in the world to get a job in AI. If you have some years of experience, right, you can start to applying jobs in abroad using LinkedIn. I have made a specific video for this on how to apply jobs in LinkedIn, and I'll post that link in the description. So you go on LinkedIn basically and apply to jobs like, so if you go on LinkedIn, you go to jobs, then you apply data, you give the position that you want to search a job for and the country. So I'll put Germany, for example, right? And I'll show you instances where a lot of times no degree is required, specific degree. So for example, if you go here in this one, they'll surely need experience, 1+ years, 2+ years, but so coincidentally, this job is requiring a degree, but a lot of them won't. So consultant data scientist, right? Data analyst. So if you see, these are the requirements and you have experience in data analytics. There is no requirement of a degree, a specific degree. And in abroad, it's even more flexible that even if you don't have any degree and essentially you have work experience, you can get a job. So this is one of those. So you can go to this one. So for example, data scientist. All of these things are required, and essentially the experience is required, right? So if you have 3+ years experience and you have just a bachelor's degree, you can get into this job, right? So one more thing is here, you can select the experience level. So if you select entry level, it means from 0 to 3 years is the entry level standard in Europe. So for example, if there's a job in, for example, PwC here, consultant data analytics, right? Oh, sorry, it's written in German, so we can't apply. So for example, if you see this one, this we already saw, I think, this one, right? So they require 2-3 years of experience, right? 2-3 years experience. It's not much of experience. You can gain that in back in India, and they have not given any specific degree that they require, right? And they require knowledge in these things. Obviously, if you work in India for 1 or 2 years, you will have experience in this. So I've shown you pretty good examples of if degree is required or not. Although it is an advantage, but it's not required or mandatory either back in Asia or in Europe, right? But keep in mind that if you're applying to Europe, you'll require at least 1 year's experience, or some internship for 1 year or 2 years. Then only you can apply. Below 1 year or maybe below 6 months of experience, it's very difficult to get a job abroad directly from India. And if you're back in India, you can just apply on Naukri.com. So I've shown you proofs of if degree is required or not, and what you need to do in terms of getting started to get jobs in AI. You can do unpaid internships, you can do projects on Kaggle, and just start applying. And you should have some knowledge of Python and basics of machine learning and AI, and you'll find tons of opportunities in India. So there is one more thing I have seen. If you go to Naukri.com, right, the jobs in southern part of India, maybe Tamil Nadu or Bangalore or all of these places are more in compared to north part of India. So that also you can put location, Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, all of that. And you'll also find jobs in Gurgaon, but jobs in north part of India are lesser in data analytics and more in south of India. So that is just a tip. And I hope I answered the questions that a lot of people ask me on, is masters required to get into this field of AI and machine learning? It's not. Although I have done masters, but after doing masters and working for a few years, I have realized and come to a conclusion that in a lot of organizations, people are just coming with bachelors and they don't even bother to see at an advanced degree or not, if they have done or not. Some things and some things you learn at the job, right? Because a lot of people have this confusion. I have tried to answer this. Thank you so much. I hope this was useful for people who are just starting in the field of AI and machine learning. Have a good day. Thank you.